Kingdom Season 6 just dropped another episode, and this has got to be the most cooked that Zhao has ever been. I mean, just think of everything that's going wrong for them right now. Ordo is attacking them from the east at the same time as Shin from the west. Their capital region is somehow now in trouble after all their preparation was made to defend the western mountains. The Zhao king is a weirdo. Kyokai keeps aura farming. Osen spawned 2 generals. And Yotanwa is leading the attack on Zhao's national gate after Shin won the race and got there first. I always thought Osen was doomed. From the official trailer to the first few episodes, his art style was not ideal at all. But I'm glad that I was proven wrong this episode. Studio Signpost just seems to keep on improving, and there's nothing more that I could ask from them. Speaking of art style, the young trio looks amazing, especially Moten. He got that crap on. He really got that on. My brother going into battle with 2 chrome heart chains, a Dior fur coat over a Burberry silk robe. Like, damn. Moten more dripped out than an MF. Bro said he ain't got time for all that armor crap. Look good, feel good. You know what else look good? My new favorite character, Shibashou. The man with beautiful golden locks hailing from Seika, who was revealed this episode to be a candidate for the 3rd great heaven of Zhao. The most badass thing about him is that he declined this offer because that's how much he hates the Zhao king. But we'll talk more about that degen later. Ordo chose the worst city to invade, and knowing what we know now. First of all, I think the Shibashou tease in the anime was done a little better than the manga. Granted, I'm pretty sure that's only because Hara knew how he wanted Shibashou to look by the time this episode came out. The Seika or Shibashou army flags in the background while giving us an actual sneak peek into how Shibashou looks is so cool. In the manga, all we get is a shot of his muscular back and arms. Not to say that's bad. Personally, the whole silhouette move is a different type of hype in and of itself. I just wanted to put it out there that the anime reveal did its own thing. Something else that I wanted to note was that in the manga, Shibashou is officially known as the Sleeping Tiger. I'd like to think this is intentional since Riboku did say that Shibashou was not someone to act unless his city of Seika was under threat, on top of being someone who was more than worthy of being a great heaven of Zhao without being one, hence the Sleeping Tiger. In the anime, Bananji simply says that Yan is stepping on the tiger's tail, still naming Shibashou as a tiger, but again, I enjoy the manga's more intentional nickname. Last thing to note in this scene, the anime ends it with Riboku affirming his belief in the strength of the eastern defensive line, now that Shibashou has entered the fray. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Shibashou stan, so I'm all for it, but this is definitely glazed by the anime. The manga mentions that combining Shibashou's stalling Ordo and the efforts of a whole nother general in Chohaku is the reason why the east should remain strong. The anime doesn't mention him at all. Again, I don't mind, but the anime is most definitely glazing Shibashou. Now, for this next part, I'm not at all trying to say that the anime version sucked. If anything, up until now, the anime has not only, for the most part, faithfully adapted the manga, it's also done a pretty good job in adding anime-only scenes to give the panels more life. But we have to talk about this next scene, Riboku discovering the Gyou strategy. I don't know if it's an animation diff, an art style diff, or maybe this scene is just better experience in the manga medium, which is something I think more people need to realize. But Riboku's anger after finding out that Shin's entire western campaign was a feint, and their true aim was Zhao's capital region, hit way harder in the manga. I mean, I'll let y'all see for yourselves the difference in gravity for this scene in the manga. Let's be real though, whether it's the manga or the anime, most of us are going to thoroughly enjoy Riboku being mad. It's hilarious seeing him make the Arthur fist and crashing out. Alright, remember I said that we were going to talk about the degen Zhao king? It's time. In the anime, he's only a little bit sus, seeing as he only has little boys and girls as his servants in his bathhouse. Okay, a lot sus. Crazy, but nothing compared to the manga. Not only does he have naked little boys and girls attending to him in his bathhouse, he has them sucking his toes, giving him a massage. He goes beyond him being freaked out of his mind. The Zhao king is a straight up pedophile. He's trying to strike a chord. Shout out OVO, and that is why everyone hates the way that he walks, the way that he talks, hates the way that he dresses. Now y'all understand why Shibashou hates this man. Okay, back to the actual front lines. Shin is racing against Zhao to get to Retsubi first, Zhao's national gate. Naturally, Shin are attacked by a mid-sized Zhao unit where we get to see the joint army's true strength. Osun and Yotanwa are able to continue onward to Retsubi without hesitation, knowing that Kanki can easily handle one army by himself. The joint army is a complete counter to Zhao's attempt in slowing Shin down. It might seem obvious to most, but it's still cool for Ten to point out that each of the three armies are able to win a Kokyo campaign level battle by themselves. Epic. The sheer scale of this war is nothing short of epic. This next moment might be short but not small. Ten confirms that Retsubi is indeed Zhao's version of Kenkoku Pass. In other words, it is the national gate guarding the capital region that, if conquered, would spell the doom of Zhao. Epic. When Shin tells everyone to stay ready whether or not Retsubi was tomorrow or the day after, Kyokai instantly starts aura farming, and Shin just immediately listens to his wifey. What a both wholesome and funny moment. Like, who Kyokai feeling like? Anyway, Shin ended up beating Zhao to Retsubi, and right before Osun decides who will be leading the siege, we meet his two big guns, Ako of the first army and Mako of the second army. I wonder what's in store for us, seeing as these are people that chose to swear fealty to Osun of all people. That might sound like Osun hate, but I'm just saying. Osun himself leaves much to be desired when it comes to martial might, so these two must be the answer to that. And speaking of answers, Osun believes the Yotanwa army and the Hishin unit are the answer to conquering Retsubi. The art style in the manga definitely clears this scene. Just look at the difference, come on. Although the anime is still hype, there's little funny moments that were cut out that I enjoyed, like this one. Moten can't fathom how Yotanwa, who previously conquered the impenetrable waste city of Enshi, could somehow not excel at sieging castles. But Rikason says no one was actually there to witness it. What a skeptical bastard. He ain't wrong though. Another small thing that the anime doesn't mention is Moten comparing this battle of Retsubi to the battle of Sai. Similar to how Sai acted as the throat of Kanyo, Retsubi is the gate leading to the throat of Kantan, Yo. So it isn't crazy that Zhao's morale would have them fighting with a multiplied strength, just like what happened to the Sai citizens back then. While Shin and Ten are nervous about only having 2 days to conquer Retsubi, Yotanwa says they only need half a day. What a badass! Surely, she isn't all words, right? I mean, her plan is a foolproof one. Climb walls, open the gates from the inside and just win. Simple, right? These two are still sweating buckets, while Yotanwa insists on showing them the mountain people way of fighting. Not long before Baggio chimes in and says it's more like the Yotanwa way of fighting, the one who was able to unify 100 mountain tribes, including the Figo and Mera tribes. To anime onlys, it doesn't really hit, but with context from the manga, the reason why her unifying with the Figo and Mera tribes is such an insane feat is because their history of war spans centuries. Baggio says every elder thinks the same thing. Such a scene where 100 tribes are standing together was unthinkable. It's only because of Yotanwa, the Lord of Death, that it's happened, and we are about to witness her way of fighting. Supposedly, she always overpowers her enemies head on. How else to end off this scene than telling you guys that it's once again an art style diff? Look at her, look at my goat. All in all, the highlight for me had to be Shibashou's introduction because he is now best girl. But objectively, the best scene was Yotanwa moving towards the front of the 100 mountain tribes that she unified. A solid 8 out of 10 episode. If you guys made it to the end, thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comment section below. Also, it would mean a lot to me if you guys left a like, share this video with a friend, and subscribe for another video next week.